Like the video and subscribe right now, so we could watch fun facts all the time. What year were the hippies? It has been estimated that 100,000 people traveled to San Francisco during the summer of 1967. The media followed the movement of the hippies, casting a spotlight on the Haight-Ashbury district where many of the psychedelic bands lived and played. How many miles long is a light year? It really is an incredibly long distance. A light year is roughly 6 trillion miles or nearly 10 trillion kilometers. Here's how you calculate it. You start with the speed of light, which is about 186,000 miles per second. Then you multiply that by 3,600 seconds in an hour. How many dots are there on a golf ball? The dimples are usually the same size as one another, but some golf balls have several different sizes of dimple on the same ball. Any number between 300 and 500 dimples is reasonable, and 336 is a common number. Who refused the Nobel Prize? Jean-Paul Sartre, awarded the 1964 Nobel Prize in Literature, declined the prize because he had consistently declined all official honors. Leduc, though, awarded the 1973 Nobel Peace Prize jointly with U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger. When was the first hybrid car invented? In 1901, Ferdinand Porsche developed the Lohner Porsche Mixed Hybrid, the first gasoline-electric hybrid automobile in the world. The hybrid electric vehicle did not become widely available until the release of the Toyota Prius in Japan in 1997, followed by the Honda Insight in 1999. Is the Earth farther away from the Sun in the winter? Earth is closest to the Sun every year in early January, when it's winter for the Northern Hemisphere. We're farthest away from the Sun in early July, during our Northern Hemisphere summer. Earth is about 5 million kilometers, or 3 million miles, closer to the Sun in early January than it will be in early July. Do sharks take care of their young? The ones with pups that grow inside the mother have fewer babies at a time than sharks that lay eggs outside the body. Sharks do not care for their babies after they are born, but they do search for a safe place where they can lay their eggs or give birth. What was minimum wage in 1961? A 1955 amendment increased the minimum wage to $1 an hour with no changes in coverage. The 1961 amendments greatly expanded the FLSA's scope in the retail trade sector and increased the minimum for previously covered workers to $1.15 an hour effective September 1961 and to $1.25 an hour in September 1963. What continent has the most deserts? Antarctica, on average, is the coldest, driest, and windiest continent, and has the highest average elevation of all the continents. Antarctica is considered a desert, with annual precipitation of only 200 millimeters, 8 inches, along the coast and far less inland. How long is a giraffe pregnant for? The average gestation period for giraffe is approximately 15 months, 453 to 464 days. Giraffe give birth in a calving ground and mothers will often return to where they were born to have their own babies. How long was Gilligan's Island on? Gilligan's Island ran for a total of 98 episodes. The first season, consisting of 36 episodes, was filmed in black and white. These episodes were later colorized for syndication. The show's second and third seasons, 62 episodes, and the 3 television movie sequels were filmed in color. Can you eat eggs after the expiration date? According to the Food Safety and Inspection Service of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, eggs in the shell will maintain freshness for 3 to 5 weeks beyond the carton-stamped expiration date, provided that you keep them refrigerated at a temperature of about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Who is the biggest traitor in American history? Benedict Arnold, the American general during the Revolutionary War who betrayed his country and became synonymous with the word traitor. Who was the first woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest? Junko Tabei may appear slight, almost fragile-looking, but the Japanese mountaineer has a steely determination that helped her to become the first woman to reach Everest's apex. In 1975, Tabei was chosen as one of 15 in the first all-female team to take on the mountain. What mammal has the largest eyes? The equine eye is the largest of all land mammals. Whales, seals and the ostrich are the only other animals that have larger eyes. How much are truffles per pound? They are strong in taste, flavor and aroma. These are the rarest of the rare, a true gourmet delicacy. At the mushroom shop we stock white truffles usually mid-December, but they come at a price. White truffles retail anywhere between $10,000, $15,000 per kilo in recent seasons, so they are not for the faint-hearted. Do mosquito eaters actually eat mosquitoes? Adult crane flies do not eat at all. Most adult crane flies only mate and then die. Crane fly larvae are called leatherjackets or leatherjacket slugs because of the way they move and eat roots, such as those of grass in lawns and other vegetation. Leatherjackets can sometimes cause damage to plants. Why are they called Granny Smith apples? Granny Smith apples originated in Australia in 1868 when Maria Ann Granny Smith found a seedling growing by a creek on her property. This was the same place where she would toss French crab apples grown in Tasmania. The seedling bore light green colored apples that Granny Smith propagated. When was America colonized? When the London Company sent out its first expedition to begin colonizing Virginia on December 20, 1606, it was by no means the first European attempt to exploit North America. In 1564, for example, French Protestants, Huguenots, built a colony near what is now Jacksonville, Florida. What fruit does the cashew come from? The top end of the cashew apple is attached to the stem that comes off the tree. The bottom end of the cashew apple attaches to the cashew nut, which is encased in a shell. In botanical terms, the cashew apple is an accessory fruit that grows on the cashew seed, which is the nut. How many women have won the Nobel Prize? The Nobel Prize and Prize in Economic Sciences have been awarded to women 47 times between 1901 and 2014. Only one woman, Marie Curie, has been honored twice, with the 1903 Nobel Prize in Physics and the 1911 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Which is the only planet that rotates clockwise? If you were to look down at the plane of the solar system from its north pole, you would see the planets orbiting the sun counterclockwise, and rotating on their axis counterclockwise. Except for Venus. Venus would be rotating clockwise as it orbited the sun counterclockwise. Do otters hold hands when they sleep? Otters are known to hold hands in groups, called a raft, while they eat, sleep and rest, to prevent families losing each other. The furry animals, the largest member of the weasel family, are even known to wrap sea plants around them to secure the bond. How many days do you sleep in a lifetime? If the average night's sleep is 8 hours, (1/3 of a day), one sleeps for 1/3 of one's life. If you live, say, 75 years, that's 25 years asleep, or 9,125 days. What is John Hancock famous for? Born on this day in 1737, John Hancock is most famous for his bold signature. On August 2, 1776, he was the first member of the Continental Congress to sign the Declaration of Independence, the document first demanding independence for the United States from the rule of Great Britain. What president was on the $1,000 bill? The Treasury issued larger denominations. They featured William McKinley, $500, Grover Cleveland, $1,000, James Madison, $5,000, and Salmon P. Chase, $10,000. What temperature does salt water freeze in Fahrenheit? Ocean water freezes just like fresh water, but at lower temperatures. Fresh water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but seawater freezes at about 28.4 degrees Fahrenheit, because of the salt in it. Who succeeded Ramses the Great? Meremptah was the 13th boy of Ramses II to be named crown prince. Having survived the previous 12, he succeeded Ramses II as pharaoh at age 60. Tuzrit ruled as a female pharaoh in her own right for 1 to 2 years. How is hair produced and how does it grow? Hair is made of a tough protein called keratin. A hair follicle anchors each hair into the skin. The hair bulb forms the base of the hair follicle. In the hair bulb, living cells divide and grow to build the hair shaft. Which Star Wars has the Ewoks? They first appeared in the film Star Wars Episode VI, Return of the Jedi, 1983. They have since been featured in 2 made-for-television films, Caravan of Courage, An Ewok Adventure and Ewoks, The Battle for Endor, as well as an animated series and several books and games. Is there a difference between a pig and a hog? In the United States, the term pig refers to a younger domesticated swine weighing less than 120 pounds, 50 kilograms, and the term hog refers to older swine weighing more than 120 pounds. In Great Britain, all domesticated swine are referred to as pigs. Which animal sleeps 22 hours a day? The sleepiest animal in the world is the koala, who sleeps 22 hours a day. Next is the sloth, 20 hours, armadillo and opossum, tied at 19 hours each, lemur, 16 hours, then hamster and squirrel, tied at 14 hours each. Do bananas have radiation? Bananas are slightly radioactive because they contain potassium and potassium decays. Potassium is a necessary substance for healthy operation of your body. You would have to eat a lot of bananas just to compete with the natural potassium dose of your body.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more daily videos.